Okay, my hack for virtual queue. My husband and I disagree on this one. The way he does it is a little bit different from the way I do it. I have been 100% successful. He has not. It might be that he does it quite a bit more than I do, just for the simple fact that I hate getting up early on my day off just to get a virtual queue. So he does it a little bit more than I do. But I have been 100% successful when I do it. So I'm going to show you my way. All right. So I talked about on a previous video that in order to get a virtual queue for your whole party that you all need to be connected. So just make sure when you click on the hamburger and you go to my profile that your friends and family, oops, you want to select a character. Hopefully you already did that. The friends and family list, everybody in your party that you want to ride in the virtual queue is listed here. It's a good idea to have everybody here when you make reservations and stuff like that. You can select everybody or just select certain individuals. So not everybody's going to maybe want to ride Cosmic Rewind because it's not a traditional roller coaster. Some people that are susceptible to motion sickness might get sick on that one. So in which case they might want to try a different virtual queue that I happen to just see today that is brand new. So we're going to go back to the main homepage and scroll down to virtual queue. There is one virtual queue for Tron at Magic Kingdom, and there is two virtual queues for Epcot. One is for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind roller coaster, and the second one that I have just noticed is for Moana's Journey of Water. For Tron, you can get your virtual queue starting at 7 a.m. promptly in the morning. You do not have to be on property. You can do it from the coziness of your own bed, either at home or in your hotel room. The second one is at 1 p.m., but the 1 p.m. you actually have to be in the park in order to be able to get that virtual queue. You can only get one virtual queue per day. So if you got the virtual queue at 7 a.m. and you rode the ride before 1 o'clock and then you try to get one at 1 o'clock, it will automatically tell you that you cannot get another one. Disney has never done two virtual queues in the same park. So at Epcot for Moana and Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. You may be able to get a virtual queue for Guardians in the morning and then make one for Moana in the afternoon. It's that we're just going to have to try that one, play that one by ear because they've never had two virtual queues in one park before. It's always been one at each park. So you're going to come down to virtual queue and we're going to hit join virtual queue. Here's where you're going to choose between Magic Kingdom or Epcot. So here is your Tron light cycle run. One thing I'll tell you about Tron, the only thing that you can take on Tron is maybe a phone or some sunglasses because you're riding a motorcycle. It is very, very small. It has a small pocket that you can keep things in. So backpacks, things like that will have to go in a locker. So you'll have to keep your ticket with you at all times. When you're in the line queue, you'll tap your ticket on the locker, put your stuff in there. Once you're done riding the ride, you'll be on the opposite side of that same locker. Tap your key again, and then grab your stuff from the other side. Every other attraction in the Disney property, you can keep your backpack and everything else at your feet. You do not have to use a locker for anything else. The only thing we do is that one because there really is no floor on Tron Light Cycle Run. For this one right now, the virtual queue is currently closed to guests who are not already in a group. So that means they've already surpassed the 7 a.m. and the 1 p.m. virtual queue. So anybody who was in 104 and lower is not allowed to ride. So if they have not been to the virtual queue and they are 104 or lower, they will not be able to ride Tron. Reason being is because the experience is very different at night. Everybody wants to ride it at night. So they've kind of implemented a non-written rule that you cannot be late to Tron. Because if yours is during the day, they want you to go ahead and ride it. So you can't be early, but you can't be late as well. So you have to, your boarding group, they're very specific on when you need to be there. It will tell you, like if you're group 110, they'll say, it'll say you are boarding group 110. Your current callback time is 632 minutes, or please return at an estimated approximate time of 5:45 p.m. So it'll actually tell you on here so you can plan accordingly. For Epcot, it's a little bit different. You don't have to be on time for Cosmic Rewind, only because it's an indoor ride. So if you happen to be group 100 and you show up right now, even though they're doing 110 to 122, it's okay. You're going to be able to get on. I'm late all the time. Sometimes you just can't help be boarding group number 2. I'm not going to be there at 9 a.m. in the morning when they start opening up. I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock. So I'm late all the time. It's okay. Not a big deal. So that one is going to be okay. I cannot speak to Journey of Water. Like I said, I just noticed this one today. Don't be late to Tron. Sorry about that. That is my dog. Don't be late to Tron. You can be late to Guardians. However, it's not a huge deal. I wouldn't be group number 1 and show up when they're boarding group 200, though. I wouldn't be that late. So what you're going to do, and I'm going to show you on this one, is once you hit join virtual queue, first thing you want to do is confirm your party. The reason why it's showing this one is because Epcot has another virtual queue you can join at 6 p.m. in the evening. So Magic Kingdom has 7 a.m. and 1 p.m. and then Epcot has 7 a.m., 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. So that's why it's showing another one, because it's not quite 6 o'clock right now. So I'm going to go ahead. The next queue is at 6 o'clock. I'm going to confirm my party. And this is where all your friends are going to appear. Now, you won't see anything on here only because I do not have a park reservation. So even though you have purchased tickets already for each day in each one of your parks, if you have not made a park reservation, you want to go ahead and do that now. Even though you've bought a ticket, you still need a park reservation for everybody in your party, even those that are under the ages of 3 years old who do not have to have a park ticket. They still need a park reservation. So all of your party members will appear here, and it'll have a button that says select all. So you're going to hit select all and they'll all be selected. This might have a little bit of people who are sensitive to motion sickness. So maybe not everybody's going to ride. You can unselect those in the party that do not want to ride, so they won't be included in it. And you'll do that during the edit button there. So once you have all the parties selected, the next thing you're going to do, and we'll pretend that it's 6 p.m. You're going to go ahead and try and get a virtual queue, because obviously they haven't given them all out today. If they did, it would not even let you get this far. So for the 6 o'clock hour, what I'm going to do now is somebody else with a smart device is going to go to timeanddate.com. Now, when I originally went to timeanddate.com, it came to this page first. So I just click on the little digital clock there. And that little digital clock will take me to the dial one. So, and I'm just going to pretend that it's 5:59 p.m. So right when it's 5:59 p.m. and my second hand gets to 12 o'clock and it's 5:59, probably no later than 45 seconds to the top of the hour at 6 o'clock, I'm just going to have somebody keep an eye on this clock on their smart device while I'm in my Disney app. And then all I'm going to do is, while that 45 seconds is ticking by, I'm just going to click this refresh button. And I'm just going to keep refreshing it. And I'm not going to stop. Every time it pops up, I'm just going to keep on refreshing. I'm not going to let it go by until, boom, it says join virtual queue. Once it says that, I'm going to hit join virtual queue, if it was there. Join virtual queue, and then everybody's there. You might have a confirm or a yes, I've read the terms and conditions, blah, 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 and then just hit confirm. What will happen is that it will show on your queue page, which is when you come back up to this page, right up here at the top, it'll say my queues. It will say on this page, you are boarding group 99, or it probably won't be that late. If you're early in the morning, it'll probably be group like 48, something like that. It could be anywhere from 1 to 50. And it will say your estimated wait time is going to be 345 minutes, or please return to the attraction at 11:45 a.m. in the morning. So that's just giving you an approximate time so that you can plan your day appropriately. And that is how you join a virtual queue. If you are on the main page, you can your virtual queue might appear right here on the front as well. And it might say right here, oh, you're ready to ride your virtual queue. It's time to make your way to the attraction. Or if you're not sure how much time you have left, Or, God forbid, sometimes those rides do go down. So that'll extend your time a little bit. So if you want to kind of keep an eye on it, if you hit right here on my queues, it will show you here as well. And it will say, currently not boarding any groups. And that just means that the ride is temporarily closed. Somebody probably dropped a hat or something like that. So they got to go through the motions at restarting the ride. So wouldn't be too concerned about it. Guardians of the Galaxy has a pretty good run rate. It stays up quite a bit. So I've only had one little small instance where I waited 30 minutes longer than I should have, but usually it stays up pretty good. But that is how you join a virtual queue. So just remember to join queue. Make sure that when you go to join your queue, confirm your party. Make sure you do this before the 7 a.m., the 1 p.m., or the 6 p.m. for Epcot. Select your entire party. Wait till about 5:59 or just 1 minute before the hour and just keep hitting that refresh button. And you should get a virtual queue. Most people look at the time and go, ooh, 7 o'clock, click, and then by that time it's too late. So that is my hack for virtual queues.